Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to be doing a video basically talking about all the drugstore products that I feel like any makeup beginner really should have in their collection. If you're someone, you know, who is really starting to get into makeup and you kind of are trying to figure out what's your skin type and what products really work for you, this video is going to be for you because I'm just going to talk about all the things that worked for me when I was starting with makeup, and especially, you know, drugstore, because some people look at the drugstore as if, you know, oh, it's cheap, so the quality of the makeup is not going to be good, but that's not true at all, because all these products I'm about to talk about right now are I still use right now, even though I have high-end makeup. I still go back to these things because they're awesome and they're good and I truly believe in them. So I'm gonna start. So if you want to see what this video is all about, just keep watching, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Sorry about my fingers. I was eating hot Cheetos when I probably shouldn't have, and they do this to my fingers. But besides the point, I hope you guys enjoy this video and just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with primer. So the first primer I'm going to talk about is going to be the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. This is about, I believe, like $5, maybe with some change. And I heard about this from NikkieTutorials because I watch a bunch of, you know, other beauty gurus here on YouTube, and I heard about this from her, and she was raving about it, and I'm like, $5, that's nothing, you know. And I hadn't, when I bought this, I wasn't using primer. I was just going in foundation first. I was, you know, barely finding out about what I should be using, what makes my makeup last longer. And so I, you know, heard her talking about it, so I'm like, I'm gonna go pick it up. So I was at Target. I bought mine at Target, but I think they have it at Walmart. I'm not totally sure, but I got mine at Target. I bought it and I tried it, and the smell smells like men cologne, but it dies down really fast. Like after you apply it, yeah, the smell kind of throws you off. You're like, oh my god, I want to smell like a boy or a man all day, but it dies down for sure, especially after you add all the products on top of it. But does it work? Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, it makes, at least from what I saw, it made my foundation last longer than when I didn't use any primer, because I wasn't using primer before I started using this one. And I noticed that throughout the day my foundation looked patchy, looked nasty. So once I started using this, I fell in love. I loved it. I really do believe in it. I think it does work. Does it make it last like an extreme like 12 hours? I wouldn't say that, but I think you'll get a good 8 hours, you know, a good work day out of it, and it won't look patchy after, you know, a couple hours of having your makeup on like some primers do to you. But yeah, so this is a good primer to use. It's moisturizing as well. Another one that I really like, and was one of the first ones that I got, those two are kind of one of the first ones that I've ever got, but I got the NYX Angel Veil, and this is more of a silicone based base primer. So I kind of like to focus, the way I would use it, I would add this to my whole face because it was more moisturizing than anything, and this one I would just add to my T-zone, the places where I would get more oily, because I do have oily skin, so that's where I would add it. So around, you know, kind of like around my nose and under my eye and on my forehead and down my nose bridge, that's where I would use this. Not really all over my face, because I feel like I do have some dry patches on my face, and this would probably accentuate that, and I don't want to do that. So this is also a very good one. This is not that expensive. I think, if I'm correct, this is probably like around the $7 to $10 range, but I'm not totally sure. I probably should have done my research. But this is also a very good one, especially if you're oily. I really do recommend this Girl Drugstore foundation. I mean, holy grail. Like, I will always use this. I will go back to it always, 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 because I love it. There's nothing I can say bad about it. It's amazing. And that is going to be the excuse me, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. It's for normal to oily skin. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It has the perfect amount of coverage. It's not too heavy. It's not cakey at all. It goes on very smooth. It's a very liquidy foundation, so it's definitely buildable if you want to build it up to be more full coverage. But I like it because it's very medium. It's whenever, you know, on a day-to-day when I'm going to work and I need something that, you know, it's going to look nice, but it's not going to be too heavy because I'm at work and I don't want to be super thick and dramatic. This is my go-to. This is definitely my favorite. It does a pretty good job of controlling my oils. I mean, regardless, my oils are gonna pop out of nowhere, but this does a pretty good job, and I really, 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 really do like this one. I'm thirsty now. I'm just drinking water. All right, so for concealer, I have the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I use the color Sand. Coverage is perfect. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's perfect, and it blends so well with a beauty blender and with the brush. I've used it with both, and I really, really do like it. The one thing is, though, I have to set it or else it will crease under my eye, and I have those like little lines that cake up a little bit. But other than that, I mean, that's not really a problem because regardless, I set my under eyes always. I set my whole face always because I need matteness all the time. But this is a really good one. I love the coverage. I love everything about it, and it is awesome. It's creamy, it's smooth, it's blendable, it's buildable. Highlight, anything you want it to do. This is your thing. So the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I'm going to talk about setting powders. Setting powders and just powder in general to set your face. I feel like I'm just talking about this brand and this line for like everything, but it's the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. It's matte and poreless pressed powder in translucent, which is number 100. So if you see that, it's number 100. It's the color translucent, so no color at all. I fucking, excuse my language, love this. It already hit pan in the center, as you can tell. I've had this for like, I don't even know for how long, but I kind of just bought it out of curiosity. No one really talks about it like ever, and I saw it and I'm like, I need a pressed translucent powder because sometimes I don't like to use loose, especially if I'm in a rush and I don't want to make a mess because I don't have time to clean it. Press is always the way to go, and I wanted to use something, but I didn't want to spend so much money. I saw this one and I fell in love, and obviously, as you can tell, I hit pan. I use it almost every day. I set my whole face with it. I set my under eyes with it. I do everything with this thing. I love it so much. So if you're in the market, I mean, they have other colors too. I've never used any other tinted ones, the ones with colors, but the translucent one is my go-to, my holy grail. Now for loose powders for the drugstore, I use the NYC loose, what is it called? The Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. This one's good. I really like it. It was under $5, I believe. I think it was like $3 something, if I'm not mistaken. I like it. I like it a lot. Just like, it doesn't leave a white cast. Like, it's just a really good loose powder. When it's looking for a, you know, overall, no color, don't do nothing but set my shit, face powder, NYC Smooth Skin. So next is bronzer, and for my drugstore bronzer, I'm going to talk about the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the color Light Bronzer. This is what the packaging looks like. It's like this colorful, like greenish packaging. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And you open it, here it is. It has like ridges on it. And then it has the bottom. It has this little brush that I've never used. And I don't know why it's still in there because I'll never use it. But that's what it comes with. And this smells like a pina colada. This is one of the best drugstore bronzers. I love it. It smells good. It's not so like pigmented. You know, when it's so pigmented that it kind of comes off too dark or too much product comes in your brush, you swirl in your brush there a little bit, add to your cheek, and it's definitely buildable. You can add as much as you want without becoming patchy and nasty. And I mean, it smells good. Who doesn't want their face to smell like pina coladas? The more lighter tones, and it smells amazing, so that's reason enough to purchase it. I think this was like $10–11 if I'm not wrong about that. Next, I'm gonna talk about blushes. The drugstore, but it's drugstore price, and it's the Morphe 9N palette. Okay, maybe you don't need it for your first time, but maybe you do after you see this. Like, do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this range of warm, beautiful blushness? Like, everything's beautiful about this. I usually use this one, and I mix these two together, and I get like a nice little pearlescent blush. But warm, I feel like, is so flattering to a lot of skin tones. So this is definitely the palette that I love. And if you're a blush addict and you just want blush all the time, there you go. You need this. You need it. So we're gonna move on to the eyes, or should I say eyebrows. So for eyebrows, drugstore eyebrows that you need in your life are the NYX Micro Brow Pencil Crayon. I love these. I use this. Is like literally has changed the game for me when it comes to eyebrows. It makes it look really natural, and I just really love it. And to go on top of it, I like to put the Rimmel Brow This Way a clear brow gel. I actually found this by myself. I wanted the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel because I've heard nothing but amazing things about that, and I didn't want to spend the money for it because I think it's like 20 bucks, 23 bucks for the tube. It's bigger than this, but this is $3. I mean, 23, 3, 23, 3. I'm gonna go with a 3. That's less money, and it's amazing. Okay, it's amazing. Next, so next I'm gonna go in with eyeshadows. I don't really have any single eyeshadows to show, but I'm gonna talk about 2 palettes that I think is worth your money. So I'm not gonna really talk about the Morphe palettes. Everyone knows about that. I'm not gonna bore you. You know about the 35O and all that shenanigans. Sorry, you know about the 35O palette and all its glory. But I'm gonna talk about 2 other palettes, and the first one is going to be a Morphe palette, but not just your ordinary Morphe palette. It's your Morphe, if you can see, times Kathleen palette. This is amazing. And the reason I say, I can't even speak, like I'm just so speechless looking at this. The reason I say it is a good beginner palette because you have such a variety of color. Now, here's your more cool tones. If you're a more cool tone person, you like dark eyes, here's your black. You can always add pops of colors for those. If you like more bright colors, here we have a blue. I mean, here's this pink. I mean, these are pinks. You can't really see it. These are the shimmery colors. Like, you have everything that you can ask for. You have transition shades, like beginner for sure. There's everything. There's so many looks you can create with this palette. And this palette was $14. Can you believe that? $14 for this pigment. Look at this. Swipe twice. Look at that. This is worth $14. Let me do a matte shade. Photon. Like, sorry, this one has hot Cheetos on it. But like $14, that, my friend, I can't say that about a lot of my other palettes, that like I feel like this is just everything. I could just take this and be happy for being gone for a month. Like, this is literally one of the best. And I mean, it's collabed by one of the best girls that I know. Well, I don't really know her. I wish I did. But you know, she's amazing, and she did such a great job with this palette, and I really, 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 really like it, and I think you guys would like it too. So get your hands on it while it's still available, because it is limited edition. Actually, I don't know if it's still available, so don't hate me if it isn't. You should have got your hands on it when you could have. The next one that I have is the Carly by... Why are all of these YouTubers? I didn't do this on purpose, but the next one I have is a BH Cosmetics with Carli Bybel collab, and this one I purchased when I first started doing, like, getting back into makeup, because I fell off for a long time, and I kind of gave up on it, but I got back on, and I bought one of the Morphe palettes, and it just inspired me to, like, buy makeup, go crazy. So that's what I did, and I found this gem, and it's beautiful. This one, so it comes with the mirror, but we'll just put that away. This one has, you know, all these rosy, beautiful pink colors. You have your browns and your bronzes. It comes with 4 full-size highlighters that are amazing. You know what I'm saying? These are, my favorite one is, which one? This one, obviously, or I don't know if you can tell, but it's been used a lot, but that is my favorite one. Look at that. Look at how pigmented that is. Let's swatch this one. That, my camera's horrible, I'm sorry guys, but look at how that is so freaking pigmented and beautiful. Like, honestly, I recommend this palette to anyone who's starting makeup. The last but not least is going to be lips. The one drugstore lipstick that I did actually really, really like genuinely really, really like, and they're not sold in the drugstore, you have to get it online, but it's drugstore price. Each lipstick is, I believe, they're liquid lipsticks. Each liquid lips, they have regular lipsticks too. Let's start all over again. You have to get it online. Each lipstick is about $5 to $6. It ranges depending on what the formula you get, but they're all amazing. And I'm talking about the ColourPop liquid lipstick. They have ultra matte, satin, and lippies. Lippies are like your normal lipsticks, your normal matte lipsticks. Then you have liquid lipsticks, which are more pigmented and last a little bit longer than a regular lipstick would. You know, regular lipstick are cream. This is more of a more matte finish. Well, even the satin ones last a long time. It's like almost impossible to like take it off your lip. But this one that I'm holding is in Love Bug, which is one of my favorite colors. It's like a reddish, it kind of looks like the one I'm wearing today, but I'm not wearing this today. It's more of a reddish color liquid lipstick. This is in the ultra matte formula. I prefer the ultra satin, but I do love the ultra matte as well. These are so cheap. They have so many colors. They've done collabs with Kathleen Lights. They've done collabs with Karouche. Like, they just are an amazing brand, and I think it's definitely worth the money. So if you want lipsticks, I suggest go look there. They don't just have lipsticks. They have eyeliners, liquid eyeliners, eyebrow pencils, eyeshadows. I know is the liquid lipsticks are my shit. Okay, and that is going to be all for today. I hope I touched base on everything that I, in my opinion, think that every beginner should have in their makeup kit, in their life, in their just makeup collection. These are just things that worked for me, that I loved, that I enjoyed, that I really liked, and that I think are worth your money. Especially for beginner makeups, you need to play around with things that don't cost your pocket so much money unless you're a billionaire. You need to play with things that don't cost your pocket so much money, so that once you come familiar with, you know, the makeup and the makeup world, you know how to do it, and you can go splurge on a beautiful palette and all that stuff. That's worth it, and at least that's what worked for me. I started with drugstore because that's one, what I could afford, and I didn't want to spend money on something that I didn't think that I was going to end up liking. I didn't know if I was gonna like, you know, doing my eyeshadow, so I bought a Morphe palette, and I fell in love, so I bought even more palettes, and now my palette collection is getting out of control. But you know, that's how it starts. So just do what I did. If you know you're barely starting, you're feeling discouraged, do not feel discouraged, because makeup is trial and error. You put it on, you don't like it, take a makeup wipe and wipe that shit off. That's so simple. It's not a tattoo, it's not permanent. It's to have fun, it's to play with colors, it's to play with different products. Find out what's you, find out what works for you, find out what looks good on your skin, on your tones, on your textures. Do you, boo-boo. And no one should ever make you feel, or you should never feel discouraged about trying it. That's how I started. That's how I, you know, got so comfortable with doing my makeup. But I hope you guys do take something from this video. I hope it helps you guys, you know, you guys that are beginners in makeup. And you know, we were all there once before. And don't be discouraged. Take charge. Be happy. This is fun. Makeup is fun. Makeup is everything that you want it to be. So yeah, so let me know down below what you love, if you tried anything that I mentioned, and if you like it. If you don't like it, let me know. Let's chit chat down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please, please, and subscribe to my channel so you can see a lot more madness, because as you can tell, this crazy girl got a lot of madness coming your way. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.